Find a comfortable seated position, letting the spine be nice and long, closing the eyes, start to check in with the breath. And at first, see if you can just listen to your breath, not trying to control it, just allowing it to come naturally. This morning I was thinking a lot about listening, and not listening to our surroundings and not necessarily even listening to me, but just listening to your breath. And how do we do that? How do we listen to ourselves? Because our left brain chatter spends a lot of time talking to us and trying to figure everything out instead of listening. And the way that I've worked on really truly listening is to put my body in a challenging position and see if I can give my breath a challenge so that it requires my focus, so that I can finally be in a state where I can truly listen. So as we move through this practice, I want you to find a way to challenge yourself enough that all of your focus comes to your breath, that you have to breathe a little harder, a little longer. And the asana, the position itself, doesn't necessarily have to be exceedingly challenging. It just depends on how much concentration you want to bring into it. So even now, as you sit, can you roll the shoulders back? Can you reach the crown of the head longer? Can you engage your core and keep it engaged as it breathes with your diaphragm down below your ribs? Seems like a strange counterintuitive motion, but if you can keep your abdomen engaged and use the strength of your abs to pull in air and the strength of your abs to push out air, maybe closing your root lock, maybe attaching your tongue to the roof of your mouth. See if through all of that you can still relax your jaw. What's happening through your fingertips? What's happening with your toes? Do you need them to be relaxed or active in order to find a little more of that single-pointed concentration? Perhaps slightly closing off the back of your throat so you can start to hear your breath. That little bit of sound often helps bring our concentration back. On your next inhale, slowly start to inhale the arms out to the side and out up into the sky, and see if you can feel each muscle that is required to lift your fingers all the way up. Bring the palms together, exhale them down in between the eyes. May your practice cultivate enlightened thoughts. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the mouth. May your practice cultivate enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the heart. May all of your practices cultivate an enlightened heart. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, plant the hands out. Slowly find your way into downward facing dog. See if you can feel each and every muscle as it activates. What's happening with your breath, what's happening with your toes, your low back, your legs, your hamstrings. Turning the triceps slightly in toward each other, spreading the fingers, grounding down, especially through that second knuckle. Feel the crown of the head lengthening toward your thumbs. Feel that space in between your shoulder blades getting a little closer down toward your toes. Feel your low back slightly engage. Pull the floating ribs in so they're not sinking down your low ribs. See if you can engage your quadriceps. Feel your heels getting a little closer. And then on an inhale, coming forward to plank. Feel the transition of the weight more towards your hands. Roll the shoulders back. Space in between your shoulder blades engaging, core engaged, ribs in. Reach your heels a little farther back, crown of the head a little bit longer. Still pressing down through the tips of the fingers. Take another inhale in. Exhale slowly back, downward facing dog. Feel the muscles engaging that require to have your body move. Find that concentration, that single point, that deep breath, so that you can start to listen to whatever's coming up. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Take your shoulders way out, elbows in. Inhale right back up to plank. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming up to the balls of the feet. Turn the gaze forward, step to the front of the mat. Exhale down, forward fold. Let the head be heavy. Take it yes and no. Notice if that second toe is lined up with the ankle, knee and hip on each side. Put a little bend in the knees so you can really feel the torso heavy. Feel the head heavy, the arms, shoulders heavy. The shoulders will come up toward your ears. Find those same long inhales and long exhales. Focus in on your breath. And then just start to listen to your body. Listen to the sensations. Maybe noticing what's happening through your hips. Notice what's happening with your breath. Is it still long? And then listening to your body, deciding how far you can straighten your legs, how much heavier you can get your head. And then start to bend deeply into your knees. Keep your chest down on your thighs. And then on an inhale, lift your heart, hands to your hips. Using your hands on your hips, notice if they're sticking out behind you or tucked underneath you. Find that nice neutral spot. Roll the shoulders back, get the chest a little higher. Transfer the weight a little more towards your heels. And then maybe bringing the arms up for cactus arms. Elbows slightly bent. Maybe reaching the fingers all the way up. Find those same long inhales and long exhales. And listening to your breath. Listening to your legs, listening to your body. Decide if you can go a little deeper. Maybe you need to back out just a little, straightening the legs a little more, get the chest a little higher. Just listening, not judging, not trying to analyze it or figure it out, but just listening. What happens when I transfer the weight a little more toward the balls of my feet? What happens when I transfer the weight a little more toward my heels? Are my fingertips falling asleep And does that mean that I need to bring them down or that I just need to breathe deeper? Just listening. And bring the hands to your hips. Transfer the weight over to the left foot. Start to cross the right leg over the left. Same deep breaths. Listening to that left quad. Do I need to stay here? Or can I bend a little deeper? Wrap those right toes. Listening. Lengthening the breath, lengthening the spine. Just listen. Slowly unwrap that right leg, place it down next to the left, transfer the weight over to the right foot. Notice where the hips are. Cross the left leg over the right. Same deep breaths. Notice what part of the body is working the hardest right now. See if you can feel that musculature lengthening while being active. See if you can breathe into that spot that's grabbing your attention. Listening to your body, know if you need to straighten that leg a little, and know if you need to bend it a little deeper. Slowly unwrap the left leg, place it back down, Utkatasana, inhale the arms up, and exhale, lead with the heart, straighten the legs slowly, release all the way down, letting the torso be heavy, listening to your breath. Put a little bend in the knees, slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time, really feeling each vertebra stack on top of the other. Allow the hands to come down by your sides, crown of the head long. And then transfer the weight over toward the left foot. Bend the right knee, grab the right foot, pull it in towards your glute. Just opening up through the quad, pointing that right knee right down toward the earth. Roll the shoulders back. Engage your core. Find that one spot in front of you. Pull the chin back long through the crown of the head. Perhaps letting the eyes slowly flutter shut. And then see if you can listen to that little tiny balance muscles in your left foot. Especially if you can slightly close the eyes. If you can, close them all the way. Listen to your breath. Listen to the length in the spine. Letting all of your concentration be in the body and where and how you would like to activate, so that then we can start to listen. Slowly place that right foot down. Transfer the weight over to that right foot. Bend the left knee. Point that left knee down. Be sure you're not sinking into the right hip. Stack the joints so that that second toe, ankle, knee, hips stay in line and the spine stays long. See if you can slowly let the eyes shut. Spread the toes on the right foot. Listen to those little tiny balancing muscles. Listen to your breath. If you start to lose your balance, you need to open your eyes. Listen to your balance. Slowly place that left foot back down, hip distance from the right. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, lead with the heart down to the toes. Inhale, halfway up, hands to shins, tuck the chin, feeling long. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping all the way back to plank. Take an inhale in. Exhale down, chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale through and up, your back bend of choice. Roll the shoulders, maybe straighten the arms. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, floating down, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. Exhale back, downward facing dog. One more time. Moving with your breath. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, floating down. Inhale through and up. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the right knee up into your chest. Exhale, place it down near the right hand. Check that alignment of second toe, ankle, knee, and hip on each side. Make a little pillow with the left side of your mat. Place the left knee down and tuck the toes. And then inhale, bring the hands to your hips. Notice if they're still aligned with the front of the mat. Pull forward with that left hip, back with the right. Start to reach the hands up. Interlace except for the index finger. Keep the arms engaged. Start to push down with the top of the left foot to send the hips forward. Start to create that little natural arch in the back. Maybe gaze up toward those fingertips. The more you send your hips forward, the more you can reach the fingers back. Same deep breaths. See if you can pull back on that right heel. Keep the right hamstring engaged. Focus on those deep breaths. Bring all of your concentration, single-pointed concentration. And then start to listen to your body. Start to listen to your breath. Do I need to come out a little so I can find that deep breath? Do I need to go a little deeper to challenge myself, to challenge my breath, to find a little deeper concentration, to listen a little more, listening to my breath, my body, my intuition? Can I still find that long inhale in, long exhale out? One more inhale in. Exhale, slowly coming forward. Keep the hands together. Bring them to heart center. Take the left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Push down with that right hand. Same deep breaths. Still finding those long inhales and long exhales down into that tight, twisted diaphragm. Gently forcing a little extra air. Listening to your breath. Do I need to go a little deeper? Opening the arms, bind. Or do I need to place that left hand down, right fingers up? Listen to the body. Then take one more inhale in. And exhale, place the hands down. Tuck the left toes. Send that right foot back to meet the left. Take an inhale in plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale that left knee up into your chest. Exhale, place the left heel down near the left hand. Make a little pillow with the right side of the mat. Place the right knee down and tuck the toes. Find those same deep breaths. When you feel stable here, hands to hips. Listen to your breath, listen to your body. Notice where the hips are. If they're trying to go off to one side or the other, then maybe just stay here and find your breath. If they feel in alignment, then bring the fingers up. Interlace except for the index finger. Send the hips forward. Gaze up, arch back. Deep breaths. Lengthening up through the spine, not just collapsing into the lumbar spine, but feeling long through the crown of the head. Can you still breathe long and strong? Listen to your breath. Know if you need to push yourself a little more by pulling back on that left heel forward with the right hip. Maybe even finding that little shake and quiver. Maybe back out. Come back and find your breath. Listen to your body. Listen to your breath. Not listening to me. Listen to what's happening internally. Where are your thoughts? Where is your concentration? Does it need more of a challenge? Does it need less? Your breath is the greatest teacher you will ever have. I just know so often I find it very hard to listen. I get very caught up in all of the things I need to do and accomplish and figure out. I spend so much time thinking and analyzing, categorizing, filing it away that I don't spend the time to just listen. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, slowly coming back forward. Bring the hands to heart center. Right elbow, left thigh. Push down with that left hand. Same deep breaths. Listening to those long inhales and long exhales. Do I need to go further? Do I need to back off? Challenging the body, challenging the breath just as much as you need to find that single-pointed concentration. One more inhale in. Exhale, slowly unwind. Tuck the right toes. Send the left foot back to meet the right. Take an inhale in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. Listening to your body, head back for child's pose or downward facing dog. however you would like to take a few deep breaths. Even here in our resting pose, can we allow our focus to be so deeply on our breath that it becomes that single-pointed focus? And then we can listen to the intuitions, we can listen to what's happening in our body, happening through our hips, our spinal cord, and just listen to what's happening with our breath. Does our breath get caught in a spot when we inhale or exhale? Can we allow that spot to release and relax? As you're ready, meet us in downward facing dog. Inhale, bring that right knee up into your chest. Exhale, softly place that right foot down, place the left heel down. Inhale, find your way up, warrior two. Notice if your stance is long enough so that you can find that challenge in the breath, the engagement of the core, tucking the hips toward the long side of the mat. Notice if the right knee is collapsing in, taking out some of the work on the outside of that right hip. Pull it back. Relax the shoulders, fingertips out and away. Bend a little deeper if you need to. Pull back on that right heel, pull forward with the left toes, and then maybe close the eyes. Take a few deep breaths. How deeply do I need to challenge my body, to challenge my breath, so that it has my concentration, so that then I can listen to my breath, listen to my body. Notice if I need to come out a little bit on that right knee. Notice if I need to bend a little deeper. Right elbow, right thigh. Left arm up and over. Tuck that right hip under, open that left shoulder up. Keep pulling back on that right heel, find those same deep breaths. Listen to the breath, listen to the body. Do I need to take that right hand down, left hand up, to challenge myself a little more, to breathe a little deeper? Do I need to take that left hand behind the back, right hand under? Or should I just stay right here with my right elbow on my right thigh, reaching that left arm up and over, listening, breathing? On your next inhale, inhale all the way back, peaceful warrior. Straighten that right leg. Exhale and reach. This is such an important spot to listen. Listen to that right hip. Notice when it starts to pull back behind you. Only reach as far as you can keep that right hip reaching toward the opposite side of your mat. And then allow the right fingertips to come down toward your shin, toes, earth. If you reach down to the earth and that right hip starts heading back, maybe back out a little, listen to your body. You want to be opening up through your medial hamstrings, the hamstrings on the inside of your hips. Finding those long inhales, long exhales. Listen to your breath. Listen to your body. Maybe gazing up toward the left fingers, pulling those left ribs in a little more. And again, listening. Bring the left hand to your hip. Either stay here or Bend into the right knee. Gaze out over the right toes. Take the weight forward and up. Long inhales, long exhales. Find your Ardha Chandrasana. Left fingers up if you would like. Listen to your breath. Listen to your body. Maybe those right fingers up. Know that triangle pose is there for you anytime that you need it. Listen to your breath. Listen to your body. Same long inhales, long exhales. Decide how much of a challenge you would like right now to keep your concentration, to keep your breath, so that you can listen. One more inhale in wherever you are. Exhale, bend into that right knee. Come up to the ball of the left foot. Walk the left foot a little closer to the right. Place that left heel back down, straighten that right leg. Come into pyramid, trying to pull that right hip back, left hip forward. You can turn the left toes slightly out to the side. Listening to your breath, same long inhales, long exhales. Maybe keeping the left fingers down, reach the right fingers up. Listen to your breath. Listen to your body. Opening up the outside of that right hip, or staying right here in pyramid. And again, listening to your breath. Notice if you still have the long inhales and long exhales. Maybe bending into that right knee. Take the weight forward and up. Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. Deep breath, still trying to line up the joints. Tucking that left hip under the right. Parivrita Trikonasana is here if you need it. Or stay in pyramid. Same long inhales, long exhales. Listen to your body. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, slowly come all the way back to that lunge. Gently send that right foot all the way up and back. Release the hip. Listen to your body. Let it do what it needs to do. Place the right foot down. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Or child's pose, a few deep breaths. Listening to the body, listening to the breath. Notice if that right hip feels a little different than the left. Still finding those long inhales and long exhales. We have one more side. Evening out the body. So listening to your body, listening to your breath. Join us as you're ready. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bring that left knee up into your chest. Exhale, softly place it down, right heel down. Inhale up, warrior two. Same deep breaths, same alignment. Notice if your stance is long enough to challenge the body. Pull the hips toward the opposite side of the mat, knee opening, engaging the TFL on the left side. Relax the shoulders, fingertips out. Chin toward the front middle finger, maybe bending a little deeper. Closing the eyes, find those same deep breaths. Pull back on the left heel, forward with the right toes. Do I need to bend a little deeper to find a little deeper breath? Do I need to straighten that leg a little to find a deeper breath? Listen to the breath. Find that concentration. Challenge yourself as much as you need to breathe deep. Left elbow, left thigh. Right arm up and over. Tuck that left hip under. Long through the right side. Listen to your breath. Does that left hand need to come down? Do I need to bind to find a deeper breath? On my next inhale, all the way back, peaceful warrior. Straighten that left leg. Reaching, listening to that left hip. Feel when it's reached as far as it can and staying tucked under. And then reach the fingertips down. Right fingertips up. Keep those right obliques engaged. Long through the right fingertips. Along with the breath, trying to align the joints. Listen to those long inhales and long exhales. Still listening, should I stay here or bring that right hand to my hip? Left fingers out, float up. Aligning the joints, keeping the body as active as I need to find that single-pointed concentration in the breath, knowing that triangle pose is there. Listen to my breath. Slowly bending into that front knee. Coming into the lunge, bringing that right foot in, make it a little shorter. Turn the right toe slightly out, but square the hips to the front of the mat. Straightening that left leg, pyramid. Same deep breaths. Listening, staying here. Reach the left fingers up, right fingers down. Where's your breath? Where's your concentration? Staying here. Weight forward and up. Long inhales. Long exhales. Slowly bend into that left knee. Right foot all the way back. Left foot slowly up and back. Listen to that hip. Give it what it needs to release. Place it down next to the right. Head through one final vinyasa if you would like, or just head right down to your back. Listen to your body. Bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees fall out to the side. Right hand to your heart, left hand to your diaphragm. A few deep breaths of concentration on your heartbeat, on your breath. Listening. Decide to stay here, place the hands down by your hips. Pull the knees into your chest. Maybe reach your toes up over your head. Come into plow if you would like. Listen to your breath, listen to your body. And then slowly, maybe the toes head up toward the sky. Or spend a few breaths in Supta Baddha Konasana. Find that concentration. Find that deep breath. If you've come up for the inversion, slowly find your way out. Listening to your body, decide if you would like to place your heels down, push the heels down, lift the hips up, and come into bridge. Letting the body cool down. Gently release. Pull the right knee up into your chest, lengthen that left leg out. Pull the right knee over the body. Kind, long breaths. Listening. Allowing, keep that concentration just on the breath, on the release. As we cool down, focus on the exhales. Let the inhales come naturally. Straighten the right leg out, pull that left knee in. Hold on to it with the right hand, pull it over the body. Sink and melt the body. Listen to the exhales, listen to that release. Slowly back through center. And then extend out into our final Shavasana. Feet the width of your mat, letting your toes fall away from each other. Tuck one shoulder blade and then the other. Release your jaw and tongue. Listening to all of that work that you've done, allow it to be heavy, to melt down and release into the earth. Listen to your breath. Allow yourself this time of healing, of integration. Allow yourself just to be. Listening to your breath, find your way back. Decide if you would like to stay here, melting into your mat. Listen to your body. Or slowly activating, rolling onto one side or the other. Finding your way back to that same comfortable seated position. Wherever you are, allow the eyes to remain softly shut. Notice if your nervous system is sitting a little calmer, if your breath is coming a little easier, if your thoughts seem just a little bit further apart. And perhaps we can just listen. Inhale the arms out and up. Bring the palms together, exhale them down in between the eyes. May your life be filled with enlightened thoughts. Inhale, exhale, the hands in front of the mouth. May you always have the patience for enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale, the hands in front of the heart. May your heart have the healing it requires to live an enlightened life. Namaste. Take your time, there is no rush. I just want to thank you so much for allowing me to guide you. As most of you know, these are all donation-based classes. For those of you that make it here in person, there's a donation station on your way out. For those of you at home, there's a donation button on your screen. It's always so much appreciated if you are able to honor the suggested $15 donation or leave whatever you can so that we can continue to bring yoga to our community and to the world. I hope that you will take some of this sense of listening in with you to your day, week, month, and life. And it is truly a brilliant one. Thank you.